Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me for this very short joints and glands practice. So, part one of our circling for circulation program. So, we're going to do this standing, and this is a great practice to start the beginning of your day, to take a break in the middle of your work day, or to shake it all out at the end of a very sedentary day. So, we're going to get the circulation moving standing here, and we're going to work through most of these joints. So go ahead and bring yourself up to your standing position. We'll get these feet hip distance apart. And the first thing I want you to notice is if you are locking and hyperextending those knees. So if so, let's find some softness to the joints here. And we're going to reach these arms out to the side, and we're going to take these thumbs and you're going to wrap your four fingers around your thumbs. And then from here, let's just take some moments to circle the wrists. Right? We can go forward, we can go backwards. You can see I'm kind of moving forwards and backwards, kind of shifting to my heels, shifting to the ball mounds of my feet. Just keep some ease in the legs. And for each one of these movements that we're going to do it for about 30 seconds. So just find a couple more of these wrist circles, right? Bringing some fluidity and motion into the joint of the wrist. And we'll take just a couple more circles here. And then from here, let's pause. And we're going to keep these thumbs inside the four fingers, but you can bring your arms along your side body. I'm going to turn to the side. I think you have a little better view if I turn to the side here. And we're going to swing these arms forward and back. You know, if we were outside and it was really, really cold, right, we might start swinging the arms to get some circulation down into the hands. And of course, as we're swinging the arms forward and back, we have the added benefit here of getting a little squeeze and stretch into the lymph nodes that sit in the armpit. So this is good medicine. This is a great way to start the day. We're going to stay with this movement, but we're going to add in the elbows. So every other one, I want you to pull the elbows back and then swing, and then pull back and swing, right? We're going to stay with this. Yes, for about 30, maybe 20 more seconds here, right? And again, we're keeping some softness in those knees, right? So we're fluid, we're flexible, we're not locking. All right, do maybe one more pullback and one more swing, and then we're going to let that movement kind of wind itself out, and I'm going to turn back to face you here. And we're going to release these thumbs from the four fingers, and we're going to start to do our scissor cross. So, right, every time that these arms come in front, we're taking a different arm on top, of course. And now we're starting to get this beautiful stretch across the pectoralis major, and we're really starting to move those shoulder blades around on the back body. So you think about your protraction and your retraction. It's like we're opening the front of the heart and we're opening the back of the heart. And we'll take just a couple more moments here, still kind of squeezing those armpits, squeezing the breast tissue, getting that circulation moving around the neck, moving around the shoulders. Let's take just another moment. Scissor cross, and we'll start to slow our roll with this one. All right, let's take a step just a little bit wider here. And we're going to do what I like to call the golfer's swing, right? So you're going to swing and tap the opposite toes, and then swing and tap. So now, yes, moving those feet, letting this movement come all the way down into the toes. And right now, I'm giving myself a little love smack right to the area below my rib cage. So that low back area, the home of your kidneys. But on top of the kidneys sit the adrenal gland. So let's give a little love palpation to the adrenals. They do so much for us to help us navigate stress. Take a couple more moments here. And then from this place, again, we're going to slow this motion. And we're going to come back to these two arms by the side. We can walk these feet back in. Again, we're still keeping these knees nice and soft. And from here, we're going to take and interlace your hands in front of you. And you're going to turn your palms inside out. And I want you to reach and really stretch through that back body. Come all the way up. And then cactus those arms as you're coming down. All right, let's do this maybe 4 more times. Interlace, reach it forward. And then cactus the arms as we come back down. All right, let's go 3 more times. Nice bend to the knees, kind of a full body movement here. All right, last one. And as these arms come all the way down to the side, let's pause. Lots of circulation moving around neck and shoulders, heart and lungs. So let's take these hands to the hips and we're going to start to find quite a bit more cardiovascular movement, right? We're going to start to march in place. Gives us a little bit of squeeze into the lymph nodes that sit in the groin. Hands are going to stay to your hips for some stability to start. And from here, it's a nice big lift to the knee. Right, we've all done this before. This is a very familiar movement pattern for us. We're marching in place, right? Start to march a little bit faster and let's lift those knees, right? The point is to start to get the heart beating, right? To get that circulation moving. Take just a couple more moments here and then I'm going to give you the invitation to start to find your cross crawl, right? So as one leg lifts, the opposite arm lifts. And we might even cross the midline here. And let's just keep going. Little cross crawl in the morning settles the right and left hemispheres of the brain. Woo, take a couple more moments. Yes, yes. Almost there. Almost there. And then from here, we're going to slow that movement. Maybe we feel the hearts coming just a little bit faster here. This is good stuff. Great way to start the day. Great way to take a break during the middle of the day. We're going to do one more movement and then we're going to call it a day. So I'm going to turn to the side again. We'll take hands to the hips. And if we think about this here, we've moved through the shoulders, the wrists, the elbows, the hips, the spine, the shoulder blades, the knees, but we haven't done a lot for the ankles. So take your hands back to your hips and let's take this left leg back and you're going to come to the top of your toes. So we're in a lot of plantar flexion. And then from here, let's draw some circles on the tops of those toes. And there we go. Now we're including ankles. We're including toes. We're including shins. We're including that plantar fascia. And I want you to notice if, again, your standing leg, if we're locking that knee. And if we are, can we find some softness? Go the other way. Couple more circles. And then again, we'll come back to stand on 2 feet. All right, release your hands to your sides. Softness in the knees. Go ahead and roll those shoulders up and back. Maybe turn those palms to face forward. Little drop to the tailbone. So this is what we call samastiti, right? Our steady, stable mountain pose. And maybe we bring a close to the eyes and we just notice all of that beautiful circulation that's moving through that left side. Right? From your feet all the way up to the leg, all the way up to the hip, all the way up to the heart and the shoulders. Hands can come back to your hips. We'll open the eyes and we're going to take the right leg back and you're again on the top of your toes and take some moments to circle. And I will share with you, if you've never done this before, it might be very sensational, right? So be easeful, be compassionate. And the more that we start to find this movement pattern in the body, the more easeful it becomes. So take a couple moments, change the directions. If this is really sensational and it's inhibiting you from enjoying these circles, you might take a blanket, towel, and just take it underneath the toes. Give yourself a little more padding. All right, take one more moment to change the direction of your circle. And then from here, we're going to come back to stand on 2 feet. All right, again, arms come to the side. You're maintaining that softness in the knees, little drop to the tailbone, little lift to the base of the skull. Roll the shoulders up and back. Feel easeful here. Feel your stability here. Feel that life force energy pulsating, right? From the feet all the way up to the shoulders, all the way out to the fingertips. All right, from here, I'm going to go ahead and leave us, right? So, a nice joints and glands practice again to kind of get the day started, to get some circulation moving, maybe take a break during the day, or just shake it all off at the end of the day. I will see you for part 2 of our Circles for Circulation program.